Welcome back to Ramping Up Your English, a support program for English learners who want to increase their level of English proficiency. If that's you, you're in the right place. This is episode 15, segment 3. This is a display model of an Amtrak locomotive. It's the same size as an N-gauge model train, but this one is not designed to run on model tracks. In fact, there's a warning against doing so, as this would short out the electrical power that powers the model trains. This episode is all about Amtrak and the train that many feel is the most scenic on their system, the Coast Starlight. Let's ride along the final part of this southbound journey into Los Angeles. I'll have a few comments about Amtrak when we've reached LA's Union Station. We finished part 2 with the oak woodlands of coastal California. Then we saw a change. Train coming out of the tunnel. And we're out of the tunnel. Oh my gosh, there's the front of the train. And check out this view. We entered one of my favorite parts of the trip, the Cuesta Pass country leading to San Luis Obispo. Talk about a sweeping view. Yeah, they know it. The mood was jovial as we went through another tunnel. No kidding, these hills rival the ocean for their beauty, and the raindrops on the window only enhances this masterpiece of nature. The quiet of our roomette seemed appropriate for this soft, verdant view. We'd soon be on this trestle, easing our way into San Luis Obispo. I don't think anyone was in a hurry to arrive. I felt sorry for those getting off here, because there was a lot more great scenery to come. This is where we get new engineers and conductors. This crew will take us all the way to Los Angeles. From San Luis Obispo, it's only about an hour to Vandenberg Air Force Base, where launch pads await military satellites to send into space. This is one of the most awesome sections of the trip. Since there's no public road, there's often nothing between our tracks and the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah.
There's not much they can do. Like, the second visit, the first visit they first came, but you see a bunch of people running on the weekends. Oh.
The engineered stuff to watch
We took some time out from sightseeing for a quick meal. When that meal was over, we went to the parlor car, and when we were there,
Wow.
They usually don't do that when they're migrating.
there's a freight train between us and these frolicking gray whales.
Oh man, I did get that. I got that at last.
You watch, they're gonna get tired and disappear as soon as the train.
Finally, we cleared the freight train,
man.
and the view was in our face.
Oh man.
This was my first time seeing a whale breach. Want to see it again?
Oh man.
Even the train crew, who travel this route all the time, said they'd never seen anything quite like this.
Boy, listen, am I glad I changed my tape.
Oh, did you see his
What a perfect ending for this series on the southbound Coast Starlight. Thanks for coming aboard.
maybe you should put it on record instead.
Can't see that on there.
Welcome back to Ramping Up Your English. I bet you never thought of going whale watching on a train. Well, such moments can't be guaranteed, but it seems that something special always happens when I'm aboard the Coast Starlight. If you want to see those whales again, remember, you can watch this episode and others at my website, letscreate.org. You can also access video on demand and download all Ramping Up Your English episodes at archive.org/details/roguetv. Our show appears on Channel 15 of the Ashland Home Network and Channel 182 on Charter Cable. That's where you can watch Ramping Up Your English at 8 o'clock a.m. on Mondays and 7:30 p.m. on Thursdays. The birth of Amtrak in 1971 saved passenger rail service in the United States. A continued existence of Amtrak allows people like you and me to travel by rail and truly see the scenic treasures of our country. Amtrak's continued existence is our only hope of having an integrated rail system throughout the United States. Amtrak is the passenger rail system we have. Now, some compare it to an ideal passenger rail system and complain that it comes up short. Well, while there's room for improvement, I hope people have the wisdom to continue our commitment to investing in Amtrak. There are special interests that seek to destroy Amtrak. Overt attempts to kill our passenger rail system have failed, but now they have sneakier ways being used. One of them is to discontinue food service on long-distance trains. Now, this is veiled as requiring Amtrak to make a profit on its meals. Consequently, the quality of the food in the dining car has gone down recently. The lawmakers know that long-distance trains throughout the world lose money on meals, but more people travel long distance by train when good meals are provided. Those who demand profit on the train meals know that doing so will result in fewer people traveling long distance on Amtrak. And if they can eliminate the long distance trains, they can end the system of passenger trains that reflect our pride in America. If you follow the money, you'll see that politicians who receive support from certain billionaires are the ones working to end Amtrak as a national passenger rail system. That's something to remember when getting to know your congressmen and senators who represent you. If you ever want to send your congressman a letter, you'll be happy to hear that we have a lesson on writing persuasive letters coming up on future episodes of Ramping Up Your English. And that's all for segment 3 of episode 15 of Ramping Up Your English. I want to thank my crew who volunteer their time and talents to make this program possible. My announcer, Bob Ayers, and I want to thank you, our viewers. See you next time on RVTV Voices for Ramping Up Your English. I'm John Letts.
You've been watching Ramping Up Your English, a support program for intermediate level English language learners. Learn more. Visit our website at letscreate.org. You can also watch or download today's program at archive.org/details/roguetv. Join us next time on RVTV Voices for Ramping Up Your English.